Hi there, my name is Arjun, and this is my capstone project. Before beginning my capstone final project, I'd like to acknowledge that we live, learn, and play on the unceded and traditional lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. To begin, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Arjun Densaw, and today I'll be presenting my Capstone 12 presentation. For my presentation, I'll be doing a video to discuss my journey throughout this project. The question I created and focused on for this project asks, what challenges are encountered when applying skills and knowledge studied in an academic setting to the practice of dentistry? How do skills learned in school differ when they are applied on patients? I chose this question as it resonates with me on a deep personal level. My family has been in dentistry for my entire life, and it's something that I'm both familiar with and curious about. With my mom, aunts, and many family friends being active members of the dental field, I was commonly exposed to many individuals working within the industry, encountering various challenges depending on their position. Being exposed to this profession at a young age in so much depth, understanding both patient encounters and dental practices, I grew up surrounded by people who were passionate about teeth in different ways. I think this led to my interest in dentistry, as I've gotten a lot of exposure to this group of people without it being subject that it was forced upon me. I enjoy how they are all able to work in a medical setting without being surrounded by death and gore, and they make a noticeable change in patients' lives throughout their work, improving individuals' confidence one smile at a time. To begin my journey into the field, I'm focusing on acquiring the educational background and knowledge necessary to do well in the dental industry. Currently, I'm enrolled in Langara's biology transfer program. This means I'll complete 60 credits before I transfer to UBC for either biology or human biology. Once I've completed my undergraduate, I plan to apply for dental school in Australia. While there are options to explore dental school in Canada, I think it would be a fun opportunity to learn and gain practice in an abroad setting. I think Australia would be a great option for me, as I've had coworkers who speak very positively on their experience there. In specific, I'm talking about my two coworkers, John and Brian. I was able to learn about their education transferred, the differences in practice, and more. Exploring this in a further similar context manner to how they did sounds interesting to me right now. However, this is 4 years away, and I've learned throughout this course that it's important to be flexible and adapt to changes. Regardless of if I apply to dental school, I'll most likely still end up in the medical field. I chose this path because it's cheaper, easier, and can be completed faster than the conventional route in Canada. To gain experience and reflect on if this position is something I could see myself doing in the future, I currently work in a dental office and have for the past 4 years. Getting this position through my connections, I was originally hired during the COVID-19 pandemic to familiarize myself with environment and complete activities related to COVID policies and sanitization protocols. This has helped me forge connections with individuals, those in the dental field, including my coworkers, Rain Mock, Trevor Shue, Don Anderson, and more. This, in conjunction with attending events such as the Pacific Dental Conference, I've been able to grow and foster many new connections that I believe can later help me in my career. But for now, I just want to help understand how the various individuals and their living styles can exist within a similar job position. Having gained these connections has allowed me to gain a better understanding of the complex fields and positions that exist within dentistry. This includes surgical, front desk, lab, and the duties each member of the team must uphold. By communicating and working alongside an array of people who work at different levels in the field, I've gained a better understanding to the core competencies, such as communication. Understanding the importance of crucial factors such as communication outlines the different approaches to bedside mannerism and office operations. It has also given me insight towards what working in dentistry is really like for people who are doing different positions within the profession, allowing me to explore my interests and think about the job that I would like to do within the existing structure. The goal for my capstone project is to learn about the skills acquired throughout the post-secondary journey before entering the dentistry profession, looking towards transitional challenges that appear between classroom and practical settings. Since I work in a dental office currently, I believe I have an idea of what the work environment can be like for different positions. I've grown into my position over the years of developing my interest for the field. Starting out as a COVID-19 protocol mandator, it was my primary duty to ensure that the entirety of the office was maintaining proper health guidelines throughout the entirety of the day. I then moved up the ranks over the past 4 years to become a lab sterilization worker. Throughout this time, I was allowed to shadow surgeries, get CPR certified, make molds, and more. I also met many people who are currently in a position I'd like to see myself in the foreseeable future. An example would be a friend of mine named Brian Sao. He went to UBC to train as an assistant. However, once he was in the field, he realized dental surgery was much more interesting. He then proceeded to move to Australia, where he's now in his 3rd year. Through him, I've learned what a modern-day dental school experience is really like. The first 2 years are more study-focused. You'll learn the nerve structure in the face and lots of preclinical aspects of dental, like reading patient charts. When you approach the end of your 2nd year, you'll take an accumulative test of your 1st and 2nd year. In your 3rd and 4th year, you begin to start doing more hands-on work. This can involve freezing other students, or study clubs where students work on real patients under guidance of a dentist for free or reduced rates. Learning doesn't just stop when you complete dental school, however. You'll attend seminars and refresher courses to keep yourself sharp and possibly learn new techniques about the profession. Looking towards my mentor, Rain Mock, in addition to the other people in the office, I was able to communicate with in preparation for this project. I believe I've learned a lot about the different paths you can take to get where you want to be. You can start as a tattoo artist or a pharmacology student. All that matters is your effort. With enough perseverance, you can get to where you want to be. Even if you get rejected from the school you intended to go to, I've also learned that being interested and loving what you do makes it feel like you aren't even working, and that's the most important part. You can spend years in school, but if you don't enjoy the work you do in the chair, then it means you're not only not going to give quality treatment, but you'll dread doing work. That's why I like to keep an open mind. I know this is something I love in theory, but once applied, if it's not my calling, I'll switch into something that's more fitting. I've also spoken with other individuals like Dr. Shu, who works in both surgical and clinical. Unlike other members of the office and dentists, I've talked to Dr. Shu, who planned out to be a dentist from a very young age, making it easier for him to map out his educational journey. He attended UBC dentistry, graduating among many individuals who still actively participate in the dental industry, and has allowed me to observe him on multiple occasions. Working in a smaller group of 4 members within the office, his team works seamlessly together to maximize their time and adapt well to various situations and cases that are brought to them. After talking and observing him over multiple instances, Dr. Shu has emphasized the importance of remaining calm and ensuring communication, both with the patient and team. This project has pushed me to ask questions and have conversations with those in close proximity, and working within the dental field to better understand not only what their specific position entails, but also the journey they took to get there. Having gained a better understanding of the multiple educational paths one can take and how their experience both educationally and in practice have differed allowed me to better understand my various obstacles I may face while I continue on my educational journey. While this career may seem glorious and like you only see the dentist for a few minutes every appointment, I've quickly come to learn that the importance of their position and all the minutes behind the scenes and the effort that goes into their job. For example, their constant persistence to learn and stay educated in the field and how to interact and approach various patients and their dental recovery paths. Some are more fearful than the others. By working towards reflecting on my own self-goals, ambitions, values, and time management skills, I better understand how I can approach my future plans, ensuring to be flexible and open-minded. Thank you for watching my CLC Capstone presentation.